Welcome to the Unnecessary Roughness podcast. Got my man B here with me today. Rob, absentee for today, but he gonna be back next week. I guarantee it. You know how I do with guarantees, like how I guaranteed Westbrook was gonna be MVP last year.
Oh boy!
I guarantee the Yankees and the Dodgers are gonna be in the World Series. I do with the guarantees, man.
You also guaranteed the Lakers was making the playoffs last year. Let's not forget that guarantee.
Yo, why you keep bringing up old shit, yo?
You just gotta tell us. If you're gonna tell it, you gotta tell it all, baby.
All right. NFL this week. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he on your fantasy team, right?
I got Mariota though.
Oh yeah, you good.
But yeah, that was crushing.
That's a rough one though. Yo, you had a lot of injuries. You had that one.
I got my whole team is injured. I got Greg Olsen and Tyler Eifert. I got
Olsen coming back though, so
I got Carlson, the running back from the Seahawks. It's just I just ain't having a good fantasy year.
I know how that feels. Because last year was bad fantasy year for me, yo. Especially in football, but alright, but Aaron Rodgers out for the season, broken collarbone on his throwing shoulder, so likely done for the year. And we had OBJ out for the year. Eifert likely out for the year. Marshall out for the year. Allen Robinson out for the year. Like, crazy stuff going on in the NFL. What do you make of all these injuries? You think it's going to make the NFL change the way the game is played even further?
When it comes to these injuries, I don't know. I don't think it's much different from every year. It's just the caliber of players that's getting hurt now. Like, you got your top flight players getting injured. Like, Rodgers never had he has had major injuries, but you don't see it at this clip. Like, this is what, week 6 or is it 7 we on into?
Week 6. Well, we're going into week 7, but
yeah.
that happened week 6.
So it's like when you see that and it's like 6 weeks in now, you missing a lot of star power out of these games, and it's like I think that you're probably gonna try to make a big deal about it, but what you're gonna do is soften the game up till it's not football no more. Like,
yeah, I mean,
as much padding and things that you could add, it's like eventually you're gonna have to stop some of the collision. Stop some of that if you want to stop people from getting hurt. Football is just this type of sport. And come on, who wants to see people? What we gonna watch flag football? I was like, come on. This has always been a possibility since you played football as a kid.
Yeah, you know you could get hurt.
Yeah, like it's something you understand. Like, so I don't really see that there can be too much of a difference. You add more rules, you're gonna take away. First of all, you're gonna give the offense an advantage. You're going to give the offense a major advantage. The more rules you add about tackling and stuff like that, it's going to be offensive advantages because now the defenders got to do more or else they're going to get a penalty. So, no, they shouldn't change anything. They should just leave it. Like, it should just be – and people just got to work on their footing and stuff. I really don't know. Like, when it comes to football, it's not really an answer. It's really fun to watch the way it is, and it's – part of the problem.
McCarthy said he thought it was a dirty hit on Rodgers, though. I didn't feel that way, though. Like, he didn't like low block him or anything like that. He really just tackled him and tried to get him to the ground. Especially when you out of the pocket, you're considered a runner, so you're a threat to run. So you obviously you got to get tackled at that point.
Yeah, and
it's not a dirty play.
And that's the thing. Like, this is not a sport where dirty plays causes majority of injuries. You get injured on a perfectly fine hit. Like, you will get injured. Like, if I'm 300 pounds and I run into you like I'm supposed to and you 210, chances are you're not going to come out of that one unscathed. Like, so that's just the sport. It's the nature of the sport. So,
like, Odell Beckham's injury is a good example of that.
Like that was just in the air. Accident. It was a landing thing. What, you want the defender to let him land all the way and complete the catch?
Right.
Like, it has to happen. Like, if I pay too much attention to everything you want me to pay attention to, I'm not gonna make any type of plays on defense. So this is the sport. This is what it is at its base. This is what it is. You try to change that too much, you might as well change the sport altogether, and nobody's gonna watch it.
Exactly.
I'm not.
I know I ain't.
And you don't see the guys who got hit. They don't complain. That's part of the reason why I'm like, leave it alone. It's not like they're complaining like, oh, this needs to be. Yo, it's a freak thing. I've been getting hit in football for years, and I don't break my collarbone regularly. So it's like you're gonna change it off of something that only happened to me once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. So I wouldn't overreact. It's just a bad season for stars. Like.
Yeah, I think that's the it's probably been this many injuries in the NFL before. It's just the caliber of players, like you said, like star powers, like that kind of thing. Speaking of injuries, boy Gordon Hayward, yo, oh my God,
that was disgusting.
Yo, that was disgusting. Y'all was so mad when they showed that shit on camera, yo.
That was one of the nastiest things. That was Moises Alou.
That was like Sean Livingston type.
Yeah, Paul George.
Kevin Ware type, like.
And I feel bad for him, too, because it's like you just came into a situation, you think y'all going to at least compete with the contenders, and now you out for the year. That is crazy. I wouldn't be able to eat that one.
Out for the year, but I think when you
he
say
gonna play at the end, but it's like
I wouldn't risk it. Like
unless
he's probably not gonna beat the Cavaliers anyway.
It depends on how fast he recovers and becomes playable.
They say he started the rehab process already, so that's a good sign.
Already?
Yeah,
that was 2 days ago.
They say he had the surgery already.
Oh, okay, but I thought he was walking. If he walking on it, then he might be playing in 2 weeks.
Nah, hell no, not no 2 weeks.
Come on, Hayward.
I almost picked him in fantasy too. I know that's the messed up way to think about it though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. When you play fantasy, you think of everything from that perspective.
Right.
But it's not the major. It's just that's the first thing you think about is
like, damn, I almost picked him in fantasy.
I'm not going back years. My man ruined me now.
Who?
Adrian Peterson.
Oh,
not even an injury.
Just a sucking.
That's a bad decision.
Oh.
My fucking season. He destroyed my season that year. I had the number 1 pick.
Yo, that's crazy. Cause
that was terrible.
Nah.
Yeah, let's just keep
Let's
going.
keep it. But how you think that this affects the Eastern Conference?
I think it kind of puts Cavs back in the driver's seat of clear favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, people gonna say, oh, with the team currently constructed, they can. Yeah, but I feel like you need Gordon Hayward to beat them 4 out of 7. Yeah, and absolutely. It's like that means now for me the driver's seat, the only other team is the Washington that could possibly do something to the Cavs. Everybody else is kind of they don't have complete enough teams for that.
I think Washington can beat Boston now.
I think Washington could have beat them with the full team, but I just feel like Boston was on a given night better.
Right.
But I feel like Boston was the front runners to cause damage. But I think Washington's still better suited to play against Cleveland. I think Washington matchup-wise is a rougher task for Cleveland. Now more so than last year because Derrick Rose, nobody could guard John Wall. And
I don't think it's anybody that could really stay in front of him.
And Cleveland got a little bit older with my man D Wade, so it'll be interesting to see how he play Bradley Beal.
That's tough.
So it's
I think they are more explosive than people give them credit for. The way they could score.
Then Marcin Gortat down there.
Yeah,
he gonna bruise Love.
Yeah, I think that's with the Cavaliers. They play physical basketball.
Okay.
That was gonna be the one of the main advantages they would have had over the Celtics if they would have met in the conference finals. Like Boston is not a physical team except if you include Marcus Morris or Markieff Morris, whichever.
He on Boston now?
Yeah.
He got the one that got traded for Bradley.
The one that got traded from Detroit. He's on Boston now. But other than that, it's like you don't have any you really don't have no Rough Riders. Like it's just like Hayward he's a finesse player. Kyrie's a finesse player, even though like
they don't have no bruise. Smart.
Yeah, you got Smart. Jaylen Brown looked good though. In that first game.
Yeah, he probably gonna be like the best player. Well, he probably gonna be one of their top scorers, their top options. Tatum looked good too. So they might be all right. I mean, you're not gonna replace Gordon Hayward, but
he
might be all right. You probably be all right, like still second, third in that range, fourth. I don't really see nobody catching them because of this injury, except for Washington. Like I said, everybody else.
It depends on if Milwaukee is healthy. I think they could.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
If they get Jabari Parker back.
I think that is one of the scariest teams in the league. Like for the top tier,
because they long. Pause.
Yeah,
they just athletic.
And I just keep waiting for Thon Maker to just come out.
The pre NBA Thon Maker though.
Yeah, like
the one that was doing 7 foot, doing behind the back crossovers.
That will literally be two Giannis on the same team
on the wing.
That'll be crazy.
Two 7-footers on the wing, just running.
If Thon Maker get out, if this is his breakout year, and him and Giannis stay on, that'll be like David Robinson and Tim Duncan would handle.
Yo, for real. That's what I was saying to somebody the other day. I was like, yo, centers is unfair in the NBA. Because
you got Boogie
you can't guard him like
Boogie and Anthony Davis do it too. But
Karl Anthony Towns got guard moves.
Yeah.
He's checking and facing up on the 3-point line, and
that's because as kids
hit the shot.
But as kids, everybody wanted to dribble.
Yeah.
And like nowadays, coaches are not them hard nosed coaches growing up. That's like, oh, you can't dribble, so don't dribble. You get your fat ass in the post. Like they don't. They not doing that no more. So it's like, oh, you tall, but you got handle. All right, bring the ball up.
Yeah.
They kind of got more leeway.
They wanted to be. It's more flashy now.
Yeah, back in the day, it was hard nosed. You put that ball on the floor if you want, chubby. You gonna be your fat ass gonna be on the bench.
Yo. No, that ass dope.
Like, yeah, they trained you for what you could do.
Like, remember when Andrew Bynum shot the 3-pointer?
Yeah, immediately sat down.
And Mike Brown immediately sat him on the bench.
Immediately set him down.
Like, nah, bro, you gotta sit your ass on the bench.
You see them?
You 7 feet taking 3-pointers. Where they do that at?
You see them dudes? Lambert and them was not dribbling. It's one dribbling up. One dribbling up or
no
one
moves.
dribbling pass.
No moves.
None. You ain't have a spin move. That's why Kareem was so crazy.
Yeah.
Kareem was an anomaly.
Say, oh, you got to move down there?
What's that turning thing you do?
You got to move down there? Where they do that at? But now it's like the traditional centers, it's like nobody wants them no more. Like, it's like guys like DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard get criticized for stuff like that. Like, yo, why you don't got no moves down there?
See, Dwight Howard was supposed. You can't be the focal point without a move though. Like, you, like Shaq, Kareem, Duncan, everybody had some sort of go-to move, and Dwight never had that.
His go-to move was his athleticism.
Yeah, like the best way to get him the ball is if he's bigger than the guy underneath, or alley-oop. Dwight didn't have a way to just. When I get down in the post, I could spin off you. Like, Shaq had that spin move, that quick spin. Duncan had that fadeaway.
Yeah.
That bank shot. And, Kareem with the hook shot. Like, they got their go-to move. Even Yao Ming, he had a nice, he had a touch jumper. Yeah, like,
shake.
Yeah, like, moves that you got your one move and you create moves off of that move.
Right. Like,
Dwight never had it. And it's like, you was in the league this long and you never got a move. Like, even everybody,
no
everybody kind of developed something. Like, Blake was a dunker when he first got there. Now he got a shot. He shoot threes now. Like, now his path to the lane is easy because it's like, all right, now you got to respect his shot. So it's like you got to run up on him and now, blow by dunk, highlight reel. Dwight never could, like, if Dwight had a little hook shot and you had to run up on him, he could spin. You could create moves. He never had it. That's why his offensive game has kind of suffered since them Orlando days.
Yeah, because his, like I said, his go-to move is athleticism. When you lose that,
and you getting old.
You gotta find something else you could do. That's why LeBron is like, he's lost some of his athleticism, but it's like he still now he posts up more, so it's easier for him. He doesn't have to use his jumping ability and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, like he learned different stuff, and like as far as his athleticism, it was superhuman. It was kind of like he could do unnecessary stuff. Now he could do necessary stuff. Like he could still dunk the ball. He could still run down on a fast break. Scored 29 points. Almost had a triple double and said he out of shape. Like what the hell am I then?
I don't know. I'm out of shape.
He's out of shape then.
I don't know.
I need a wheelchair. I need a wheelchair.
They said he was on a VersaClimber for like a half an hour after the game. After he just did all, I was like, nah, bro, you wildin', boy.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Them machines is lucky if they get 10 minutes out of me after my workout. That's cardio.
I don't even want to get on the steps after.
I wish I could float home after the gym.
Right. Had a couple debuts last night in the NBA. Let's start off with the obvious one. Lonzo Ball. The three points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists.
I think people over exaggerating. They going mad hard.
They are.
Like,
it's one game.
we saw what he did in the preseason, summer league, and all that, and it's like, come on, don't OD. Like this man is not gonna score 3 points for his career average. Like, come on. But look, and it's crazy because the thing I would say is more disappointing than the 3 points because he only took 6 shots. He didn't take a million shots and have 3 points.
Yeah.
It's just that I want to see what he could do when he's not having a great game.
Yeah.
And he didn't have, what did he have, 4 assists?
4 assists, no
That's the part that when you have
blocks.
a bad game, I want to see him make other guys great. Like, because you're going to have bad shooting nights. It's a game of chance. You put the ball in there and you hope it go in. But I just wanted to see him because, like, I looked at the box score and only, like, 4 of them scored double figures. I don't think nobody but Jordan Clarkson had more than 20 points.
Ingram got to get it together. Like,
he had a bad shooting night.
All the way, dog.
He had a bad shooting night. And I think he's going to torch. I think he's going to torch. That's why I think Ball is going to be the rookie of the year because Ball's going to score. But Ingram is going to be that guy that gets Ball his assists. Like, you got Ball. Ingram. You got Kuzma. That's his name?
Yeah, Kuzma,
Ball, and Randall, and Nance Jr., Brook Lopez. You got a few guys who could score it. So it's like he's going to get his assists, but that's what I want to see from him. I know you could score.
Yeah, I mean.
You wouldn't have been these top 3 picks if you can't score.
Exactly. It's just he's not. People are expecting him to score 30, but that's not his game at all. He's like a basketball version of a game manager. Like
I think he got more talent. I think he can put 30 up. But I don't think it's his game. It's like special when you do it. Like, cause like when Magic do it, Magic was known for assists, but it's like if I couldn't drop 40 on you.
Yeah. And when he do it, it's like when you really need him to do it. Yeah. And another thing, you gotta look at who was guarding him. Patrick Beverly.
No, he was going mad. Yeah, I would slap him. Like I would literally slap him on the tip off. Like
he's not a tough guy, but he just plays basketball like he is. Like he's annoying. I would get put out. He went up and took the ball out of his hands. Like, come on.
Don't let us get up by a lead. I would get put out of the game on purpose because Patrick Beverly is annoying.
Sitting there screaming first team all defense. Like, come on, boy, you going mad hard on a rookie.
You just got traded. Like. I don't want to hear nothing. You on the Clippers.
It's because Patrick Beverly just don't want to go back overseas. Like, the person that always scream, I'm never going back to prison? That's how Patrick Beverly feel about going back to play overseas. Like, nah, dog.
He went mad hard.
I ain't going back,
all
bro.
That after the whistle stuff is annoying. It don't get in nobody's head. You just annoying.
Yeah, you just annoying and look dirty.
I would light him up.
He's just a pest. Like even when
but I guess that's a good defender.
Yeah, like even in the playoffs when I remember Adams put him down with like this hard ass screen, and he hit the deck dumb hard. And then he just got up and was like, "Nah, I'm cool." Like, son, you just don't get hurt. Like, it don't bother you nothing. Like, just like a roach, son. Like a mosquito. Like, you just don't go away.
Yeah, that's like how Bruce Bowen and him was. I guess just a little bit less talking, a lot less talking, a lot less open, publicized talking. But I would be annoyed by him, like if I'm playing,
especially because he's little. Like, you know who else is another annoying defender like that? Tony Allen. I hated Tony Allen, yo.
But see, Tony Allen, he don't talk.
Sometimes he does, but
he don't talk smack. He's just nice.
Yeah,
he's just nice at what he do. Like Bruce Bowen was nice. He had some trash talk for the guys he couldn't do it to, but he's just nice. They're nice at what they do. They're great defenders. Shane Battier was one of them guys. I'm not talking smack. I'm just great at shutting people down.
Rip Hamilton is another one.
Yeah, Rip Hamilton talked, bro. You know what I'm saying? He ran his mouth like
he did.
Tayshaun Prince did.
He ran his mouth in Detroit.
Yeah, Tayshaun Prince
when he was on a good team, but other than that, he didn't run his mouth on the Bulls.
Better not have ran his mouth on the Wizards. Yeah, he ran his mouth and on the Bulls already, because Wade chucked him into the second row.
Oh man. What about the Thunder's OK3? They debut. What'd you think?
Okay. I like the movement. I like the way they played.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this overreacting to the stats thing. Listen, you played the Knicks.
The stats aren't even that impressive because, like,
no, I mean they are. They had, what was that, 73 points, 75 points as
their
a true
percentages was terrible. Like,
yeah,
Carmelo shot like 9 to 23.
Nah, George shot 9 to 23.
Well, somebody shot terrible.
I
know the only person.
Melo had 22. I don't know what his
percentage
percentage was, but I know Russ had a triple double.
Him and George shot like 40%, and then Russ shot 60%, which I thought was going to be the complete opposite. Like, Russ only took 12 shots. The other two took 20 plus shots.
Nah, because Russ is the assist man, so it's like
he had a triple double.
Russ scored when he have to. Like he was used to taking the back seat to Kevin Durant when it came to the scoring aspect. Now it's like, I got two guys on my team who could put it up. Now these shooting percentages, you're not beating no great teams with Paul George shooting, missing 14 shots.
First of all,
I mean, don't get me wrong though. Like, I think the team is good. I think they're gonna have a good dynamic.
They just won't beat the
Warriors. I think they play fast enough to where, like, the misses don't necessarily affect them the way it would affect the slow playing team.
Right.
But I don't see them beating the Warriors. I think them and the Cavs would be a good matchup, but I don't see them beating the Warriors, and I don't see them beating the Cavs in 4 out of 7. Not that they're gonna get there, but
they won't.
My test stick for everybody is the Spurs.
Right.
Because the Spurs have been the same monsters
for decades, literally like decades.
Like they are a measuring stick. So I'm gonna see how they fare against the Spurs, and then I'll worry about them against LeBron and them against them against Cleveland and them against everybody else up top.
That's gonna be. I think for the Thunder, the measuring stick is gonna be the Warriors. Cause it's gonna be like, all right, well, you're gonna have to face them at some point if you're in the playoffs and you want to get to the finals. Like, you might not have to face the Spurs, but you're gonna have to see the Warriors at least. So
you gotta go through them unless the Spurs do it.
No one on that team that could check KD, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, the best bet would be Paul George.
But he's
the best defender.
Paul
George 6'8".
But I'm saying in terms of being able to guard KD.
What you mean by too small? Because what's KD, 6'11"?
KD, like, it's like 6'11", close to 7 feet. I'm talking about, like, in terms of his length, like his wingspan, like, he won't be able to block no shots or nothing like that. But
that's because he plays small forward. But I mean, not even. I don't think, because like I said, Shane Battier bothered Durant, and Shane Battier was 6'7", or was he 6'9"? He's something 6 something, but I'm pretty sure Paul George got a longer wingspan than him. But it's just all about how you do it. But it's just about the switching. Like, you're not guarding the Warriors 1-on-1. That's not how that ever is gonna work out. all these screens, 3-point shooters, you're gonna be playing somebody else. So you need somebody on the floor who could guard. Each person on the floor should be able to guard just about every other position.
And then you gotta see more from the other players. Like they scored 105 as a team, and then the three of them scored 71.
But remember, that's how the Heat was when they was winning championships for the most part.
Yeah, but the Heat had LeBron.
Yeah, they had LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, and they big three used to average like 72 when they was all playing. And that's why when one of them had a bad night, the whole team looked bad. Because it was like, but then you started getting guys stepping up. Like, Wade was hurt, Mike Miller and these guys were scoring. Battier hitting threes. Chalmers would have a big night. Like, that's all you need. You need guys to step up. When you have a big three, you need guys to step up when the big three not clicking.
Right. Like the game that Chalmers had 26 in the finals.
Yeah, like
or the game that Mike Miller hit 8 threes to close them out. Like
yeah,
like
that's all you need. You need that guy off the bench that could put up 16 to 18.
I said they need to go get Monta Ellis.
I don't like him. I just don't like his game for the NBA at all. Like he just it's like the ball always gets stuck with him. Like he has never figured out the passing.
Yeah.
He never figured out. I feel like the best team he was the best chance he had to be a part of a team was the Warriors because it's like let it fly. Look at Nick Young, like what he had.
Yo, I don't think his agent said, "Yo, they want you to shoot more." They was like, "Bruh, what were you even talking about?"
Look at what he did. Like he had an excellent game. Like what he had, like 26.
20, it was 20. I know he had 6 threes.
Yeah.
Like 6 or 7 for 3.
Guys who like to score would thrive with the Warriors, even if you coming off the bench, because it's like, open shot, take it. Good shot, take it. Don't get me wrong, they're going to penalize you if you start jacking, but chances are if you on the floor with any of the starters, you getting open shots anyway.
True.
And you don't want to be there. That's the best team for them. You need a team, when you a guy like that don't like to pass, get open. That's all you got to do. Kyle Korver probably never had an assist till he got old.
But missed the 3 that counted in the finals. Yeah, that's another story for another day.
Why don't you let these people live, man?
Listen.
I didn't want them to win anyway, so Kyle, don't worry about it. You was supposed to miss that 3. I was from heaven above, baby.
AP finally got out that system.
Speaking of.
Finally got out that system in New Orleans.
What he signed there for?
I never understood that in the first place. Like,
and then it's like, you can't be too excited. He can't even be too excited about this because when David Johnson come back,
for sure.
you back in a tandem. So it's like you want to be the workhorse, go somewhere that need a workhorse. Should have went to the Jags.
Should have. No, they got
Fournette. Yeah, now you got Fournette. They wouldn't have drafted Fournette. They would have drafted somebody else.
Giants, honestly, that would have been
would have been perfect.
That would have been the best fit for them because they don't have no running game.
Nah, Darkwa went off last week. I picked him up.
Yeah, once like Darkwa.
Like, listen.
Darkwa the dark horse.
He about to go off. They ain't got no passing game. He about to be a workhorse, baby. Pick him up. I picked him up already, so don't go looking for him.
I don't need him. I'm running back.
He gonna get hurt like everybody else in the NFL.
Hater.
I don't even know who he is, but he hurt.
It's Gurley.
Well, he only do 8 games a year anyway. But yeah, like, I mean, of course you're gonna like. Arizona has been a featured back type of scene since Chris Johnson in 2000. What was that, 8 or 9? Yeah. I mean, no, that was 8 or 9 when the year they went to the championship. Because he was their running back.
That was 2000.
That was
9, I think. Yeah, it's not. It was not. Yeah, it was. It was 2008. 2008.
Because then they had Andre Ellington for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then David Johnson in there for like 3. But whatever the case was, they've been that type of thing. Just like the Seahawks. You could sign. It's a lot of teams that have workhorse backs. And that's what he need. Like, he needs to touch the ball 20 plus times.
Right.
Like, if you're going to use a running back, you can't use him 12 and somebody else 12. He's not going to get it like that. You don't become the best back like that unless you're a finesse back who just happen to never get touched.
It's just that running backs.
Nobody's Barry
Their
Sanders.
career, their careers just don't last that long.
And they will now, but you're just not gonna have the stats at the end.
Yeah.
If you a tandem,
Like to me, like the Saints, they give me headaches in terms of like the way they do stuff, cause it's like they wasn't running the ball with AP when he was there, but then they put up 45 points last week, and Drew Brees only threw 2 touchdowns. So
but see, that's because it was an overcrowded. They was using 3 backs. That don't make no sense. That
Yeah.
never made sense because y'all had 2. Why would you go out and sign Adrian Peterson? Which I think they signed Adrian Peterson before they drafted the kid.
yeah, they probably did.
Which-
And they probably wasn't expecting to get this type of production out of Mark Ingram either, because he wasn't that good last year.
Nah, Mark Ingram was fire last year. That's what I never understood them picking up Adrian Peterson. 'Cause Mark
Oh.
Ingram was good last year. He was, I'm not gonna say the best running back, but he had great numbers. Cause he pulled over a streak of some amount of 100-yard games. I forgot, but I knew he was good. Mark Ingram been good. He came from Alabama.
He was a Heisman winner, I think. He won a
Yeah.
Heisman.
Oh, Mark Ingram been good. That's why I was kind of like skeptical, but then I'm like, all right, well, just in case. But then when they started running this 3-back thing, I'm like, yo, that don't make no sense.
There's not enough plays to go around.
Exactly. You only run the ball tops 30 times a game. So if you got 3 even backs, I mean, I get 10 touches.
AP needs way more than
Yeah, he needs at least
15 to 20. I would say.
15, 20. When he was on Minnesota with that crazy year, he was getting it like 27 times a game or 23 times a game, some number like that.
Yeah, true.
Come on, you can't take a man from that thinking, oh, yeah, he's going to produce. It take him 10 carries to get going.
Just to get in rhythm.
Yeah, as soon as he get in rhythm, well, game over.
And then it's like he did that and he knows he's not a good. He doesn't catch the ball that well.
That was I just feel like he shouldn't have went there and they shouldn't have signed him.
Right,
it was just a bad match.
It was a match made in hell.
Yeah, like Adrian Peterson know he want to be number 1 option or at least in a half type of scene.
But he's got to kind of get out that mindset now.
Yeah, he's getting old and
he's on the tail end of his career, so you can't.
Well, he should have went. We know where he need to go next. To the only place old people survive.
What?
He need to go to the Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
Yo, Patriots have him looking like Adrian Peterson from 2000.
They probably teach him how to catch the ball and everything.
They don't need to because they give their running backs enough touches. They give their running backs 14, 15 touches.
Yeah, they don't.
They have a
overuse
clear
any
cut
one
first.
person.
Yeah, they have a clear cut first running back. Then they
And
have
somehow
they
everybody
catch him
ends
back.
up being good.
Yeah.
Like Brady probably never. Brady probably, if he throws 4 touchdowns a game, it's probably in a game he probably threw it to 4 different receivers.
Most likely, or Grunt got 4.
Or, yeah, it's either one or the other. I know Chris Hogan, like 2 weeks ago, he led the league in touchdowns. I'm like, how, son?
That's what happened when y'all score though. Like the Patriots rarely don't score.
Yeah, true. I don't be understanding, but I mean, Arizona, I think he's gonna be good.
Yeah, he should be good, but
him and Fitzgerald is two
elder statesmen.
two elder statesmen, but they 2 offensive threats still. Like
Yeah,
Larry Fitzgerald still be doing his thing.
I got him in one of my fantasy leagues. He is wildin'. Bring them dreads back, baby.
Adrian Peterson, the exact opposite. Mr.
Clean, yeah. Always look like he got an attitude. All bald head people look like they always got like they pouting about something like a baby.
Durante.
Come on. Took it back. What happened if he watched this?
And that person knows who I'm talking to.
I want no parts of that.
Nah, I'm playing Mr. Durante, but I think they can still compete in the West, in the NFC West. I think, because I think the Cardinals like 3-3 now, or
I'm not sure about their record like that.
they still in contention, and then it's like you still got the Seahawks, you still got
The 49ers.
49ers. It's like no one knows in the NFC West can really compete. So I think he's gonna be able to do his thing and probably get to the playoffs, but I don't know
Rams.
how deep they gonna go in the playoffs. But That we gonna see.
I don't even know who won the Super Bowl. None of these teams look great this year, except the Chiefs.
The Raiders look like they're good again, but then Marshawn went and did that dumb shit yesterday.
Oh, running back on the field. It's his cousin. I mean, we kind of know Marshawn Lynch is not the typical football player.
Then he goes in the stands and watches the game.
They thought he left.
He thought he left. He went and got dressed to watch the game. Then they showed the video of him on the train on the way.
That was him and his cousin, right?
Yeah, that was him. Marcus Peters on the train.
Yeah.
And he leading the chant that says "F the Chiefs." I'm like, yo, that's Marshawn Lynch is national treasure.
He's one of a kind. You ain't gonna have another one of those for a while.
About that action, boss.
We all know why I'm here.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
You know why I'm here.
Big news in the NFL this week.
More big news?
Colin Kaepernick filing that grievance, baby.
Makes sense.
He
still ain't signed, right? All these injuries and he still ain't signed.
McCarthy said he's not gonna sign him because he don't feel like he's a good option. Like I was like not he wasn't a good option, but the
system don't fit him.
The system don't fit him, and he felt the system is a better fit for their backup QB because they had him since training camp, which is dumb, mad dumb.
Like some coaches, that's honestly that's gonna be a real point, but for some, it's like if you got a mobile quarterback now and you don't sign him, you look crazy. You look crazy. Like you don't even give him a look. I understand if you at least have him come through. Like at least make it seem like they're just not viewing this man. Like
I just don't.
Come work out with us. We might could use you. Let me see what you look like. Oh nah, I don't like the way you look.
Like the owner of the Jaguars is Muslim, dog. Like, and the Blake Bortles stinks. Like he's awful. Like I don't understand how the Jaguars didn't even reach out to him. So it's like, I mean,
yo, my biggest question was the Jets. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I don't know what we didn't, but you know what the owner of the Giants, I mean not the Giants, the Jets. The owner of the Jets, first of all, works for Donald Trump. So. Yeah, he's a UK ambassador for Donald Trump, so it kind of makes sense. So I don't know why.
So you're gonna lose, like my thing is from a business standpoint, it do not make sense
to put losing over there.
Yeah, you're gonna lose, and people are gonna stop coming to your games. You're gonna stop making money, and once if the team is bad enough, long enough, they take the team from you. You can't be obscure for mad long, because then. The league, I believe, can take the team from you. So it's just kind of like, why would you? I don't care what you say about Donald Trump. You know how much bad stuff is being said about Donald Trump?
Exactly.
I could fill this section up right now with a show with some bad stuff about Donald Trump. I don't care. I want to win. Like, why get into football if it's not about winning? Like, I'm not saying, hire dudes that beat their girlfriend and all that, because, that's far-fetched, but...
Oh, you mean like Jerry Jones does every single year?
Yeah, every single year. But
when he signed Greg Hardy, it was like, yo, dude.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. The amazing part to me is not that they keep getting back in the NFL. It's that they keep beating girls up and not going to jail. Like, what type of magic pass is that? Like, don't get me wrong. Everybody's always a little bit happy when somebody don't have to go through the penitentiary, but it's just, what? The NFL shouldn't even have a chance to let you play through something like that.
Yo, it doesn't make, and no one goes to jail. Nobody. Like Greg Hardy, no jail time. Ezekiel Elliott.
At least Ray Rice did.
Ezekiel Elliott, I'm starting to question if he did it though, because if he really did it, why wouldn't he just take the 6 games?
And my thing is, the only person that I genuinely believe shouldn't have got jail time so far is Ray Rice, because he did mad charitable benefits.
And his wife forgave him.
Things like that. Not even that, because I don't think it should be in her hands. Hey, lady, we gonna let you keep getting yourself beat up till now we gotta try him for murder. That makes no sense neither. But I just feel like he was genuinely apologetic. Like he genuinely saw the wrong, and he genuinely made steps to make it right. He didn't even get another chance in the league. Yeah. Greg Hardy did. wild.
Yeah,
That's
does
wild.
make-
That's wild.
I don't know, but I think with this grievance, it's like, all right, now something gonna have to go down because now you
Yeah, they gonna have.
getting into legal trouble, and he's not even using the NFLPA's lawyer. Like he hired his own private lawyer, so.
They're gonna have to do investigations and all that. It's about to be it's about to be crazy. 'Cause it's about to be investigations. People gonna be mad.
Listen,
And what happened if he get paid or they have to somebody? You can't make somebody sign them, right?
I'm not sure. I think he's gonna get compensated one way or another though. So he about to get paid.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know, but I think it's way overdue.
Somebody should have been signed them. If you ain't got more than
would've
2
signed
wins right now, you should bring Colin Kaepernick in for a whirl because what you doing right now is not working. Except the Giants, they got mad injuries. Unless you're gonna bring him in to run wide out.
Nah, he's not built for that. Not like he Terrell Pryor. No.
Terrell Pryor ain't built to be a quarterback no more.
Wasn't he? I mean, he not. He's too strong. Like, gonna throw that joint out the stadium. like Raymond Felton did when he shot the half-court shot.
That worse than Jared Jack.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant, Jared Jack.
Oh.
I seen that on Shaq thing yesterday.
That man was wildin'.
He said, Jack, I'm gonna change the name of this segment to Jack to the Fool. Yo, they are the funniest ever, yo. Then they was doing the lookalikes.
RuPaul.
RuPaul. And they was laughing for like 10 minutes. He said, what's the name of that actress that looked like me? He said, oh, RuPaul.
Yo.
Big woman in San Antonio.
Them churros.
Churros. Mad dumb. Mad dumb. B is great. I'm great.
The greatness.
This show is great. Rob is great. From a distance.
He's sitting right here. Ghost Rob.
Ghost Rob.
Yankees. One's for you, Rob.
I love you, Rob.
Oh,
Love
shout
the
out to them
viewers.
Yankees. Hopefully they on their way to
Listen,
that World Series
one
as
win,
we
baby.
speak.
One win.
What time again? It's on now, right?
Yeah, it's tied at 0. I don't know. Listen, Verlander and Severino going at it right now.
Hopefully Severino can hang in there. Because just outduel this old man and let's get it going. Let's get this rest in.
Send Justin Verlander and Kate Upton pack.
The Dodgers already there, right?
Yeah, Dodgers won last night. They won 11-1.
Dodgers, this about time. About time. Y'all shouldn't even.
Thank you, Clayton.
Y'all
First
shouldn't
off.
even party. About time. This is like the 4th year y'all should be there. Now y'all gonna put up a goose egg against the Yankees.
Yankees.
We love the Yankees where we're from.
Penn State. Pinstripe Destiny. Oh, good luck to Penn State this weekend.
What's going on there?
Gotta play Michigan this week.
Football or basketball?
Tough test. Football.
Oh.
Number 2 in the rankings. Listen, Saquon.
They number 2?
Mhm.
For real?
It's us, I think. Because Clemson
Us.
lost last week.
You graduated, bro. Us.
Us. We about to do our thing.
We are
He's
Penn
great.
State.
I'm great. Unnecessary roughness.
About to go get pizza because I'm hungry.
Pizza. We out, y'all.